Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the corporate world. Today we're diving into a report from LiqTech International, and let's just say it looks like they're asking shareholders to open up their wallets a little wider. Why? Let's find out. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below, so come join the conversation. This report is an 8K filing, which is basically a company saying, hey, something important happened. In this case, the important thing was their annual meeting that took place in June of last year. At this annual meeting, one of the things they did was approve a change to their 22 equity incentive plan. Equity incentive plan, you can think of it as a way for the company to reward employees with company stock or options to buy stock. It's like saying work hard and you can own a bigger piece of the company. So what exactly did they change? Well, they increased the number of shares available under this plan, 100,000 shares. That's a lot of shares. In other words, the company's making more stock available for employee compensation. That can be a good thing. It can motivate employees, but it also dilutes the value of existing shares. If you want to dig even deeper into the details about this, you can check out their proxy statement. Think of it as a document the company sends out before a shareholder meeting, explaining all the proposals and things people are voting on. Moving on, it seems like a decent amount of shares were represented at the annual meeting. About 76% of the outstanding stock. This means a good chunk of shareholders cared enough to either show up or vote by proxy. Time to talk about who's in charge. Stockholders voted on who should be on the board of directors. They voted for 5 people: Alexander Buehler, Fei Chen, Peyton Boswell, Richard Mewson, and Martin Kunz. Let's look at the votes for each of the people that were voted in. Alexander Buehler got 5,706,454 votes for and 61,737 votes withheld. Withheld means that the person voted but didn't vote in favor of this particular person, and there was about 1,409 votes happen when a broker holding shares for a client doesn't receive instructions on how to vote those shares. Fei Chen got a similar amount of votes. 5,710,798 votes for, 57,393 withheld, and again about 1,499.30 withheld, and again about 1,499,039. Peyton Boswell got 5,516,382 votes for and 251,809 withheld, and once again 9,499,499,367 broker non-votes. Richard Mewson got 5,455,227 votes for, with 312,964 withheld. And guess what? 1,499,399,499,367 broker non-votes. Martin Kunz got 5,675,614 votes for and 92,477 withheld. You guessed it, 1,499,367 broker non-votes. The number of broker non-votes is exactly the same on all of them, which is kind of strange. Another item on the list was choosing the company's independent registered accounting firm. Basically, the people who check the company's financial books. The shareholders voted to keep Sadler, Gibbon Associates, LLC. 247,807 voted for Sadler, Gibbon Associates. 7,043 voted against and 12,708 abstained, which means they didn't vote either way. Finally, the shareholders voted on whether to approve the amendment to the equity incentive plan that we talked about earlier, the one where they were increasing the amount of stocks available to give to people. 509,934 people voted to approve the extra shares. 240,410 voted and 1,847 abstained. Just like the vote on the board of directors, there was 499,499,367 broker non-votes. Now, let's zoom out and think about what this all means. LiqTech International is increasing the number of shares they can give to employees. This can attract and motivate talent. But it also means that each existing share now represents a smaller piece of the pie. So there's a trade-off. This is not a bad thing, but something to keep an eye on, especially if they keep doing this over and over. The report doesn't show any red flags immediately, but it seems that the company needs to get a better grasp on what's going on with those broken non-votes. they appeared to be high in number and very consistently the same between the different choices that shareholders could make. So something suspicious is going on there, and maybe the company should look into it. Alright, that's a breakdown of LiqTech's latest filing. What's your take on these moves, and what do they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.